Welcome to the Ladies Cave. It's your girl, Chi Collins, for Wednesday, May 11th, 2016, as we go around the NFL. Let's start off with a little bit of good news today. And I'm sorry, I'm wearing my glasses today, and I'm trying not to get the glare of my computer in front of me. So forgive the glare. But I guess what's more important is the words coming out of my mouth and not necessarily how I look. I guess it's just vanity, but we'll get over it. I gotta see, right? So let's start off with some good news. This morning, Russ Brandon, president for the Buffalo Bills, announced that the Buffalo Bills will indeed retire the infamous number 78, which of course was worn by none other than Bruce Smith. This is certainly exciting news for the city of Buffalo, Buffalo Bills fans, and the Buffalo Bills organization, long overdue, as Bruce played 19 years in the NFL, 15 of that with the Buffalo Bills, and was drafted in the first round in 1985. So congratulations, Bruce Smith. Definitely one of my favorites to ever play the sport, and so many contributions that he gave to the sport of football and for the position that he played. So congratulations on that. The Buffalo Bills have not announced which home game the ceremony will take place, but as soon as that information is announced, I will certainly be sure to pass it on to you. Moving on, now you guys know, without a shadow of a doubt, that I can't stand mess. I actually break out in hives when it comes to mess and drama. And so I just want to know, what is ESPN doing? It was announced yesterday that Ray Lewis and Chris Carter will not be rejoining their NFL panel, and they have been replaced with the likes of Charles Woodson and Randy Moss. I don't know what to say about this. So before I get into why this will never work, let me explain to you why I won't be watching. I won't be watching ESPN this upcoming NFL season, not because I don't like Randy Moss. I thought he was a phenomenal player both with the Vikings and with the Patriots. He had a great career. Once again, like most NFL greats, he did a lot to change the sport and to change his position at wide receiver. Where I am challenged is Randy Moss's public speaking ability. Probably about, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, I was flipping through the whole 30 for 30 series that ESPN broadcast. If you have not watched any of the 30 for 30 episodes, I really encourage you to do so, because they are just phenomenal. And it's not just football. They've done things on basketball and baseball. They've done things on boxing, and so it runs the full gamut for sports fans. But I really encourage you to watch this particular episode of 30 for 30. It's called RAND, R-A-N-D, University, and it's really the story of Randy Moss. Now, while the story is very touching, it's very encouraging, and there were certainly things that I did not know about Randy Moss prior to watching this series that I learned. However, if you watch it, I'm going to tell you, it's going to make your ears bleed. Randy Moss, as I said, he's not a public speaker. And so because he is from West Virginia, and I'm really surprised at this, because being from West Virginia, he left obviously while he was a teenager to go on and pursue football in college, and then obviously at the professional level. He still has a very distinctive accent to him, a very distinctive twang about him, which just makes it, I don't know, unmanageable. Like I tried to watch it strictly for content. As I said, I was had never really known a lot about Randy Moss's background and his upbringing. And so this was certainly enlightening for me, and I really appreciate ESPN doing the special. But it reeked of Jesus take the wheel. It reeked of I'm trying to find the right words, because I don't want to discredit Randy Moss and his ability to speak intelligently about the sport. Of course you can. You played the sport. It's just the delivery and the content that hurts my ears. So I encourage you, because I know you guys are going to call me out on this, because you always call me out on things, and you can angry tweet me all day long, and it's fine. I either ignore you, I put you on mute, or I block you. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. I don't do that. I read all the good tweets and the negative tweets. But take a moment, watch 30 for 30 Rand University, and you share your thoughts with me. Please share your thoughts with me. Tweet me your comments. Leave your comments on our webpage. Go to the Ladies Cave on Facebook and certainly post your comments. I just want to know what you think. So please post that. But Randy Moss will and Charles Woodson will be a part of the 2016 season. They did not announce contract terms or how long this bit will be going on, but I'll tell you that when it comes to ESPN, as I said, I just don't watch ESPN anymore. And although I respect them for being pioneers in the sporting industry, in the sporting arena, when I want to know something specifically about a sport, whether it's the NBA, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, or of course the NFL, I'm going specifically to those networks. Kudos to those professional sports who have taken a hold and realized that, hey, we can produce our own shows and deliver content on our own that's relevant to our particular sport. And so I flip to those channels. I do occasionally just to make sure that I have all of the information that I need to deliver to you all. I do use ESPN's website only, just for background information, to make sure that I'm delivering the correct and appropriate content to you, and the correct storylines to you. But I don't watch ESPN, and as I said, I'm not bashing ESPN. I just think that they're making these changes because they truly realize that their ratings have been affected by the influx of these individual networks, and I think that they're finding it very hard to maintain their numbers in terms of viewership. So I don't know. This certainly isn't going to make me watch them. Probably will make me want to turn them off even more. But hey, once again, I'm just one person. But I know that many of you have shared the same sentiments that I have, because I see them in my Twitter feed every day. And at least for the last 24 to 36 hours, you guys have really been going off about this. So moving on, and let me say this, and I have the utmost respect for a Ray Lewis and a Chris Carter. I have always been a fan of Chris Carter since his college days, going to the Philadelphia Eagles and then going on to the Minnesota Vikings. I've just always been a fan of his. I just think he's a great professional who has an amazing inspirational story to tell. If you haven't heard his story as well, I'd suggest that you look it up, about his days in Philadelphia and subsequently getting cut. Was probably cut by the Philadelphia Eagles, was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to him, because he did have a substance abuse problem that really prevented him from giving his all, for giving 110% on the field during his early days in the league. So I do encourage you to check out his story as well, because it's really great. And so I wonder what's going to happen with Chris Carter. Will he move on to other networks, maybe the NFL Network, maybe Fox? We'll have to see about that. But Ray Lewis will certainly be fine. He is a standalone icon. He's and I've had an opportunity to meet him about 2 years ago. Very inspirational, very encouraging, motivating, and I think that that's his niche. I think that he does very well speaking in front of a crowd, using his prolific energy that he had both on the field during his days with the Ravens, and certainly has now. Hasn't skipped a beat with that, but I just couldn't really watch him on ESPN either. And I love him, and I think he is very knowledgeable. He is a great speaker motivationally, and so after watching watching a game and looking at the post-game show, and here you are having put down a couple of your favorite cocktails. From me, it's Jack Honey and lemonade. But anyway, I digress. But after having a few libations and enjoying the game, I just felt like it was a drill sergeant. That it instantly made me forget whose child I really was, because I felt like my dad was there chastising me. And so I do think he is, as I said, a great speaker, motivationally, but when it came to actually being in the media in the light that he was, I just don't know that was the right place. So I will certainly continue to follow Ray Lewis's journey in life through Twitter, and will be just fine with his motivational speaking and his motivational tweets that he puts in every day, or that he tweets every day. So sometimes I hate to talk about certain stories from a personal perspective, but I know that this is never personal for me. This is professional. And so Tom Brady is back in the news, guys. Yeah, we thought this was all said and done. We thought the fact that the courts upheld the 4-game suspension in relation to Deflategate, and that would have been the end of it. No, says Tom Brady. Tom Brady today officially filed a motion to appeal the 4-game suspension. Now, I clearly remember last year, around, or I should say last summer, when the ruling was handed down, and there was reports swirling from the Patriots organization, from his teammates, that were just saying, oh my gosh, this is such an exhausting process for Tom. He's exhausted, and he just wants this to be over. He just wants to play. Oh, the whole sympathy card was thrown out there. I can't even tell you how many times. And now to hear that he has filed a motion to appeal yet again. Well, Tom Brady, I highly doubt that the Supreme Court will hear this motion, and that's really your last leg. And I don't know if you're doing this from a PR perspective to still try to clear your name, and to say, hey guys, I'm innocent. I did not do this. I had nothing to do with this. This is unfair. I'm not going to sit back and take this lightly. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe his agents have brought in a team of PR reps to really talk to him about trying to, save his name, save his legacy. I don't know. My thing with Tom Brady is you are either a fan or you're not a fan. There is no middle ground with him. There is no, I kind of like him, I kind of don't like him. You either like him or you don't. Anything that you do from a PR standpoint is either going to get those who like you to love you, or get those who dislike you to hate you. Once again, it's not going to bring the haters to the middle and the lovers to the middle. It's never going to happen that way for you, Tom Brady. So, I guess in this off season, you've got time on your hands. I don't know. I really wish that this would just go away. He needs to just serve his 4-game suspension. The team needs to just get used to the fact that he will not be there for the first 4 games of the season. and get ready for Game 5 of the season when he can officially come back and play as a starter for the New England Patriots. But this thing is lingering on, and it's just kind of, I don't know, kind of over it, so to speak. So to wrap it up, it was announced today by the NFL. Really no surprise that Super Bowl 52 will take place in the great city of Minneapolis. As you know, they are just finishing up their brand new stadium, which will open this 2016 season. And so the NFL has a long-standing history of making sure that Super Bowl is played in the newest, latest, greatest stadium 1 year after it has opened. We saw that in San Francisco this past year. We saw that at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey / New York when they opened. And so them going to Minneapolis is no surprise. The date has been set for February 4th, 2018. You know, I kind of wish, and let me share a thought. Because sometimes we have thoughts that don't become verbal. And so I'm going to verbally share one of those thoughts with you. I really wish that there were enough cities in the NFL that still had open roof stadiums. I really do wish that there were more stadiums like a Soldier Field or Lambeau or Mile High that are in these cold winter climate locations that could host the Super Bowl. See, for me, that takes me back, to my childhood when I would sit there and watch football. To see them play in all elements, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow. There was no roof to close or a roof to open because it was sunny. I mean, it was just all outdoors, and so I really wish the NFL would go back to that. I would love to see the Super Bowl go back to, as I said, a Chicago, or even go to Denver, Mile High, even Arrowhead. Hell, I'll take Arrowhead as well. But just to get back to the nostalgia of football, because that's what I truly remember, and would love to see a Super Bowl under those elements. I'm hoping that in 2019, not sure where they're going yet, but it'll be interesting where they choose, and hopefully it is a cold climate city that has an open roof stadium. And there'll be snow. That's what I want. Like, we all want snow for Christmas. I want snow for the Super Bowl. It's just that simple. Snow for Christmas means nothing to me. Snow for Super Bowl means everything to me. And so I would love to see that. Happen. So there you have it. News from around the NFL. Thank you so much as always for tuning in and for your support. Be sure to follow us for minute-by-minute updates on Twitter. You can follow us at _Ladies Cave. Certainly on Facebook at facebook.com/The Ladies Cave, and our website. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to spread the word. The Ladies Cave is where you'll want to be.